How's that? I brought little David. Always a good laugh. My alter ego. Reminds me of Lismore. And I'll put him down. I've got some serious things to say. The first thing I always want to start with is to thank everybody for coming here. And not just today, of course. There are many, many people. Well, in fact, it's hard to imagine too many of you here haven't been to one after another. You turn out. People have come down from Lismore, come up from Melbourne. You know, it's an expensive trip at a time when people don't necessarily have that much money. I appreciate it. It is a serious business, being a whistleblower. I don't regret it. I don't need any sympathy. We're here for justice. I was made for tomorrow. All my experience has brought me. If anybody has to do what someone has to do tomorrow, it is me. One of the things that I saw last week is the beginnings of what will probably happen, and it won't surprise anybody here, but sort of mainstream ignoring of what's going on, and a certain amount of sort of underhand smear campaign. I'm not the right kind of whistleblower. I had personal problems, or you know, somehow try to put, I'm just doing it for my own benefit. Do you reckon I'm doing it for my own benefit? Yeah, exactly. But you will get people saying things like that. And if people want to question me, say, read the book. Read his book. We know the projectiles go in a consistent pattern. Now, I only ever wanted to join the army, even though my parents were doctors. My father was a whistleblower, and in relation to the drug thalidomide, and he was obviously quite a brave guy, and he had many, many thousands of patients whose children he delivered. He came undone later in his life over some experiments in rabbits, and he made the mistake of not admitting what he'd gone wrong. But he was a good person. My mother was a doctor. I went to the right schools. I didn't have problems at school. I went to Sydney University. I graduated in law. I didn't set the world on fire, but I graduated. I went to Oxford University, not because I was so smart, but because I did a bit of horse trading. But again, I finished. I was a boxing champion there. I went to the British military. I was accepted into one of the most prestigious regiments. I tried to join it, the British SAS. I was a true believer in democracy and those who defend democracy with force. I came back to Australia and I joined the Australian Army eventually, after being a barrister. Now, you have to pass quite a few behavioural tests to become a barrister. You have to really be above board in everything you do. And you can't be bankrupt. They used to, I don't think you could even be divorced at one stage. It was a very oldie worldy sort of profession. So I was a barrister before I joined the Australian Army. I went in as a captain and I got promoted to major. I got sent to the biggest base in Australia at Townsville, which was a job for someone on the way up. I did a tour in Afghanistan and got excellent reports. And I did a tour of Afghanistan with the Special Forces and I got excellent reports. Now, looking at the trajectory of my life, is it really likely that I'm the bad guy and the government is the good guy?
No way.
No, it's pathetic, isn't it? It's absolutely pathetic. And you know what? My trump card is that I will go to prison with my head held up high. And even if I have to do 10 years, does anybody here doubt that I will be able to do that with dignity and strength of character? If you compare me and the way I've handled myself to people like General David Hurley, who wouldn't even give evidence to the Secret Ministries inquiry, spoke only through his lawyers, signed off on Morrison's Secret Ministries, got special treatment for his favoured charity. Big question marks over that man sitting in a palace while I get ready to go to prison. Now my haters say, oh, he's not a war crimes whistleblower. No, I'm a command whistleblower. Does anybody here have problems with that? Does anybody here think that's bad and you don't like me because I actually say the problem is with the generals, not the corporals and privates? I don't think so. You people know that it's not going to make this country better if we put a private soldier in jail and say, oh, there we go, we'll fix that problem. The problem is endemic. The problem is systemic. The problem is with lies in every single part of this government. Robo-debt wasn't a coincidence. We saw how government lawyers act. They lie. They lie when the truth would do. And they got caught out in robo-debt. But don't think, well, you people know, but this is for the people who are going to see this on video. Robo-debt is how government departments run. They think up some tawdry political stunt that is going to get them promoted and they put it into action. And if anybody says it could be illegal, they are the ones who are shunted out. They are the ones who are shut up. PwC. And I want you to think of these things tomorrow and chant them tomorrow maybe. Robo-debt, PwC, the secret ministries, and I'm the one facing prison. We've seen Oliver Schultz shoot someone on TV. Someone tried to say to me yesterday, oh, but you don't want SAS soldiers to go to prison. I don't want innocent SAS soldiers to go to prison just to make the media happy, no. But yes, I do think Ben Robert-Smith should be on trial, funnily enough.
Yay!
And is he on trial?
No!
No. How many years is it going to take?
Never.
20? It's funny how they acted a bit faster on me than they did on anyone else. It shows you they care more about secrets than they do about crime. As Eddie said, it's not national security. Another one of the smears is, oh, but surely you must understand that we need to keep some secrets secret. Here's a little test for you. Yeah, as Eddie said, do you think the location of the toilets in Tarancalp was secret? And yeah, it is secret. Anything to do with the Afghanistan war was classified secret. So when they say, oh, he revealed classified information, that could have been the fact that Trooper Bloggs had a boil on his arse lance on a particular date. Anything to do with the operation, whether it was food, boots, toilets, anything in the Afghan theatre of operations was classified. So if I released classified information, it could have been the amount of bog rolls we had. It's pathetic. Don't fall for it. It's not about classified information, it's about crime. It's about government trying to hide under that umbrella. Can we trust them? No. We can't trust them. They're going to say everything is classified information. If I'd revealed the Holocaust, they would have said classified information, classified information. Everything is classified information, and you should say to them, what was it? What was the information? You can even give us a summary, because it was usually crimes, it was usually embarrassing, It was usually things they did not want you to know. That's not classified information. That's hiding the truth from the public who have a right to know about it. It's not codes of secret submarines. It's when people at positions of power broke the laws of Australia for their own selfish reasons. Now that is not something which should be allowed to be kept secret by the government just because they say so. Now we start tomorrow and there's a very good chance that I will go to prison. I don't care about that, as I've always said. It's neither here nor there. We need to clean up this country. It's not going to clean up this country if they drop the charges. It's not going to clean up this country if I go to jail, but it will draw attention to the problem. It will make more and more people look. Read my book. Tell people to read the book. The book pretty much has it, and there'll be another book where I can actually talk about what went on after the book stops. Say to people, is he a bad person? Yes or no?
All right.
And is he, how does he compare to David Hurley? How does he compare to Ben Roberts-Smith? How does he compare to the head of PwC? How does he compare to the people that ran Robodebt? Why is he the one we're going to put in jail? With all the things that have happened, weapons of mass destruction, Abu Ghraib, collateral murder, none of those people have faced jail. You know, so say to people, you are sort of my agents. Get out there. When people try to put me down, when people try to ignore this as not being the biggest show in town over the next 3 weeks, say, look, it is the biggest show in town. There's a bit of a dogfight. We always like to see that. Lucky it's not Jake, for once. He might lose his special status as an assistance dog. Hopefully he'll say it was provocation. It might have been a government agent dog. Anyway, I've been going on too long, but I want you to remember, and I always want you to thank you. Yes, it's not a huge crowd here today, but it's huge in my heart. You are part of my family. You are the people who have kept me alive. You know, I was on death's door a few years ago because I saw journalists, as Eddie said. I saw the most famous journalists in Australia. I saw the police first. You know, and I even forget that myself because I've become so disillusioned. And then I get criticised for going on, you know, doing a YouTube channel, and people say, oh, well, you don't look very well on your YouTube channel. Well, how well would you be if everything you believed in turned out to be a lie, and the famous investigative journalist wouldn't help you, and no one really seemed to care that much?
We care.
Yeah, exactly. You care. You care. And I feel so strong. I really feel they could lock me up and put me away. You know, and you guys know this, but, you know, if because it's an unlimited sentence that I face, and while we don't have the death penalty in this country, if they did change it, they would be able to execute me. Now, people say that I'm nuts and everything, although I was a soldier and I signed on for what I believed in. But if they said to me, you either back down or we will execute you, everyone here knows I would say, fucking, let's do it. Because you're either right or you're not, and I will not back down. I will not back down because of smears. I will not back down because of threats. Even though I've got 2 young children, you have to set an example. And we have made our peace. I'm almost 60 years old. I've had a really good life. I couldn't really, I couldn't complain.
Hey, David.
Standing up for what is right.
You forgot one thing.
Is something which you can be very, very happy about. And so people often ask me, would you do it again? Fuck yes, I would do it again. And again and again. And I am so grateful to you. I just did my job. And as someone just said, I'm going to steal her phrase, I did just do my job initially. Now I may be a hero, but the government have made me a hero, and they hate that. They hate to see us laughing. They hate to see us blowing our whistles. They hate to see us having a good time, because I can tell you, the dweebs who hate me, like Mike Pizzullo and the other, anyone else is like talking out the side of their mouth saying, oh, he's not really who he says he is. They hate the fact that we hold our heads up high and we face what we face, and we might be a tiny minority, but in 10 years, 20 years' time, everyone is going to pretend that they were here in Glebe Park today.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, so don't forget to get David's book. When does it come out? Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday, your book, or Wednesday? Tuesday! Get it from the shelf at the bookshop. And thank you, David McBride. So just remember, the next few weeks are going to be crucial for not just David and his family, but for our democracy. So I guess today the common theme is 3 people doing their job, criminalised for it. So we can't live in a world like that. And really for David, this is the true David and Goliath war. And we're on David's side, and we're going to show up for him. And there might only be like 60 people here today, but you know, we all know hundreds of people, and there are tens of thousands of people standing behind you, David, across Australia and the world that obviously can't get to Canberra today. So we'll be by your side, and see you all tomorrow at 8 a.m. And we just got some more music, The Hotness and spoken word, and yeah, I'll let them close off the day, and we'll see you all at 8 a.m.
Thank you.
The book launch. Yeah, you can turn up to Parliament House any day of the week and protest this. But outside court tomorrow at 8 a.m, stand up for our democracy and for David.
The book's called Nature of Honour. It's available in Penguin, in any bookstore, and stay tuned to social media. We're going to have a sort of a unofficial launch sometime this week.
Bring your whistles. If you can't come tomorrow, leave your whistle here and I'll disinfect them all.